Hey, it's Shaniqua. Welcome to my channel. This is where I talk about how to live a faith-based life. For those of you who are new here, I want to say welcome. I'm so glad to have you here. And those of you who are returnees, I want to say welcome back. So yeah, God was dealing with me on this principality, the spirit of poverty. The spirit of poverty is a principality. There are differences between principalities and then the spirits that goes into the authority or goes with the authority of another spirit or in partnership with another spirit. I hope this makes sense. I hope this makes sense because this is very, very, very important. Poverty is not just affecting one thing. Poverty affects a lot of different things. A lot of different things. It can be poverty in your finances. It could be poverty in your health. It could be poverty in your relationships. It can be poverty in your emotions. Poverty is a principality. It is over a lot. In the region of which I am, in my city and my county, there is a large factor of poor people. It's a lot of poor people. A lot of poor people, and you can see it all over the place. You can see it. And when I came back home, I realized that. Okay, I'm sorry, all these bugs, my windows are open. I realized there was a lot of people still living in poverty, and if they don't live in quote unquote poverty, meaning that they don't have enough money, if they don't live in poverty, they're working endlessly to just provide for themselves. When I say endlessly, I mean I live in the country. I live in a small town, and you either work a factory job or you work a factory job. Okay, that's the type of town that I live in. And a lot of factory jobs, they make a lot of money, but they also work a lot of hours. So the spirit of poverty affects even the ability or the inability to spend time with the family, to raise the family. Okay, I'm going to have to do a whole other video about the spirit of poverty and the impacts of it. And so I know that the Lord is doing this work in me so that I can be out here doing what I know God called me to do. Okay, God called me to the marketplace, and he's also called me to minister. He called me as an evangelist to the world. Okay. And right now he has me here at home. He has me here in my hometown. I haven't lived in my hometown in a very, very, very long time. A very, very long time. And even just saying these things out loud, it reminds me of, like, I asked God, where do you want me to go? I've been in Japan. Okay. That was my last duty station. That was the last place I lived at. I've been in the military, lived all over the world. So I never have a problem with wherever I'm going to live at. Before I went to Japan, I was living in Colorado. Before that, I was living in California. Before that, I was living in Maryland. Like, I was literally living all over the world. Okay. And so I was like, Lord, wherever you want me to go, I will go. You just let me know. Wherever you want me to go, I will go. But you got to be there. You have to be there. And so I knew that he wanted me to come home. And so I was like, great, I can be home. And I like being home. Home is fun. I like being in the country, hearing the bugs and smelling the trees and the grass. Like, I just love being home. But something I did not expect was the matter of which I will be living. Like, my circumstances, my situations, I know that it's all a part of God's perfect plan. Not that he desires for me to be in this situation, but he desires for me to bring people out. He desires me to bring people out. God could have used anybody to deliver the people from, God could have used anybody to deliver the people of Israel from Egypt, but he chose Moses. Moses was a part of the people, right? He was a part of them, but he had the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding to take them out. He had back end knowledge on how to set them free. He knew how to get in front of Pharaoh's face, right? He's been back there. He already knows, right? So I think that is a perfect example, especially when God has called us to do such great things. such as delivering people. And the interesting thing that I want you to know is the same force that came against the people as they were being delivered came against Moses too, the deliverer. And so with me going through this poverty stricken issue, right? Me living in a place that's not really where I want to live at, having barely enough, people always commenting on my rim looking like it's about to fall off. It's a part of the process. If I'm going to be the deliverer of my people, it's a part of the process. Me coming up against these principalities, it's a part of the process. Okay? So I encourage you, if you're going through something similar to this, if you're going through spiritual warfare because of what it is that you're trying to gain access to, okay, in the spirit with God, it's normal. It's normal. Keep going. It's going to be a little tough. It's going to be a little tough, but nonetheless, go through it. Go through it. Go through it, because God has some amazing things. He has some amazing things to release to us. Okay. Now, really quick, I was thinking about when I was talking to you guys about when my TV came on. Okay, so that was one issue. Another thing was this box fell in my bedroom, and this is after I anointed my house, by the way. After I anointed my home. And let's see. Then today as well, I don't know, it was just some noise that was being made, and it was just strange or whatever. And it's just the enemy will try to scare you. They will try and stop you. They will try and distract you, but it is so important that you keep your mind stayed on Christ. You have to be firm like flint. Okay? Anything could come up against you, but instead of you breaking, it is what is being broken. Okay? The curses of poverty, the curses of lack, the curses of dis-ease, the curses of misfortune, that is what's going to break against you, because you are doing what God has called you to do. Okay? You're staying firm. Stand firm. That's what we got to do. We got to stand firm. Keep going. If you quit, honestly, you're just going to have to start over. If you quit, the enemy is going to go get 7 more demons, or even more evil. This is what Jesus said. Once a person cleans up their house, the enemy goes to get 7 more demons, even more evil than it was. And then the person's worse off than when they first started. You got to keep going. You got to keep going. You got to keep going. Do not lack. Do not slack. Keep going. So that is really all I wanted to share with you guys today. Spiritual warfare is real. We're going to have to make another video on how to actually engage in spiritual warfare and what you can do amongst other things. And so if this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments, have you ever dealt with spiritual warfare? And if you have, can you tell us about a situation that you encountered with your spiritual warfare? Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this video, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye, y'all.